Looks in kids, constant overthinking. High IQ minds analyze everything, bored by simple tasks. They feel mentally unstimulated. Always thinking, rarely taking action. Their body is still, but their mind is racing. Struggle to start pointless tasks. They avoid inefficient or illogical tasks. Hyperfocus only on personal interests. When they care, they obsess. Feeling misunderstood. High IQ people often feel out of sync with others. Forgetful. Deep thinking pulls attention away from daily tasks. Want to see where you score? Take this IQ test.
Dream. The coin is spinning, it's a risky ride, but I'm holding on, got nothing to hide. No pain, no gain, that's the crypto flame. Risk is a fire, but it's part of the game. Trade by the moonlight, rise with the sun. Bitcoin's the wave, and I'm riding this one, yeah. They say it's a bubble, but I see a tide. A sea of numbers where fortunes collide. I hear the skeptics, they laugh, they joke, but I'm stacking satoshis while they stay broke. One click up, one click down. Fortune spins like a merry-go-round. No pain, no gain, that's the crypto flame. Risk is the fire, but it's part of the game. Trade by the moonlight, rise with the sun. Bitcoin's the wave, and I'm riding this one, yeah. From wallets to chains, I'm breaking the rules. No banks, no borders, just digital tools. The future is here and it's wild, it's raw. Trading my fears for a digital law. Numbers roll like waves on the sea. charts go wild, the numbers spin. A sea of green, a tide of red within. But you keep me calm when storms begin. Thank you, brother, thank you, friend. We ride the waves we never bend. In the chaos we transcend. Thank you, brother, thank you, friend. Thank you, brother, thank you, friend. Late nights lit by a glowing screen. Dreams of gains and what might have been. You remind me to breathe unseen. It's not just coins, it's not just trades, it's the bonds we've quietly made. Thank you, brother, thank you, friend. We ride the waves we never bend. In the chaos we transcend. Thank you, brother, thank you, friend. Thank you, brother, thank you, friend. When the dips feel endless, the peaks too high, you ground my feet, you clear my sky. We're not alone in this wild ride. A network of trust upon worldwide. Thank you, brother, thank you, friend. Thank you, brother, thank you, friend. He's got a screen glow, a late night stare. Fingers tap keys like he's dancing on air. Charts and numbers, they're his art. He traced the world, tears it apart. He's got the moves, he's got the plan. Follow his lead, you'll understand. Bitcoin guru, the master, the guide. Copy his trades, ride the tide. Bitcoin guru, you'll never stray. He's the light in the blockchain gray. Candle flames flicker, green and red. His wisdom sharp, always a step ahead. The market whispers, he hears it loud. Turns the chaos into a crowd. He doesn't blink, he doesn't fall. Holds the line when the bears crawl. You'll win big if you follow through. Trust the man they call guru. Bitcoin guru, the master, the guide. Copy his trades, ride the tide. Bitcoin guru, you'll never stray. He's a light in the blockchain gray. He's a light in the blockchain gray. Bitcoin guru, the master, the guide. Copy his trades, ride the tide. Bitcoin guru, you'll never stray. He's a light in the blockchain gray. I'm not here to flex my gold, no no shiny chains, no stories told. Just a screen lit up in green, charts and candles that I've seen. I'm just here to show my trade, surf the markets, wild cascade. No promises, no masquerade. I'm just here to show my trade. Bitcoins dancing, ethers glow. Watch your eyes, then watch it go. No crystal ball, no mystic game, yeah. Just logic riding on the flame. By the dip, ride the wave. Every move a chance to say, I'm just here to show my trade. Surf the markets, wild cascade. No promises, no masquerade. I'm just here to show my trade. Chat's on fire, they're asking.
Oh my goodness. Perfect.
Accept it, let it go. The tide will ebb and flow. Hold tight to your pride, you'll drown below. Accept it, let it go. I watch my wallet like a hawk at night. Each candle flicker told me fight or flight, but numbers don't love you. They cut or delight. Risks a shadow, it will always chase. You can't outrun it, just find your pace. Accept it, let it go. The tide will ebb and flow. Hold tight to your pride, you'll drown below. Accept it, let it go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sunrise glowing. I check the screen. Numbers dancing. It feels serene. Digital gold, a life machine. I trade my time for a brighter day. Hustle the charts in my own way. If I make a living, if I make it stay. Bitcoin rise, Bitcoin fall. I'm trading my life through it all. Crypto flow, I hear the call. One more trade, can't let it stall. Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, 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 yeah. Late night candle, yeah. The charts alive. Market swings like a bee's high. Risk and reward, I take the dive. I feed my soul with a hopeful vibe. Trading dreams, I keep the drive. Life on the blockchain, I survive. Feed it the bread, feed it the roof, feed it the clothes, feed it the youth. Every Satoshi tell the truth, feed it the love. Feed it the peace, feed the hope that we seek. This life ain't for the weak. Yeah. Bitcoin rise, Bitcoin fall. I'm trading my life through it all. Crypto flow, I hear the call. One more trade, can't let it stall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. flame, but how you burn, it's not right or wrong. It's the size of the song when you're right. Let it play all night when you're wrong. Don't hold on too long. Numbers flicker green and red on the screen. Dreams of gold where the data streams. One click could take me up or down. It's not the guess, it's the glide. Not the fall, but how you ride. It's not right or wrong. It's the size of the song. When you're right, let it play all night. When you're wrong, don't hold on too long. The charts don't lie, but they sure don't care. Fingers dance on a market there. Chasing waves in electric air. It's not the loss, it's the learn. Not the flame, but how you burn. It's not right or wrong. It's the size of the song. When you're right, let it play all night. When you're wrong, don't hold on too long. He walks the charts like a lion in the sun. Candlelight dancing, his trays never run. Green and red, they bow to his sway. Bitcoin maestro,
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This
in the room, lights low, bass not. Got that swing in my walk, time on my clock. No fake shine, baby, this all start. I move smooth, what I got, they can't mock. Money talk soft, never beg for
sound. Silence rich when the wolves come round. I sell cool, bottle up the calm. My suit say church, my eyes say wrong. Club lights blink, trumpet cry faint. Lady with the smile, but her heart got paint. We dance 2 steps, smoke and fate. She say I'm trouble, I say she late. Ain't no rush, I let the night explain. Rhythm in the veins, perfume of rain. Real ones know gold fade, so stay. I play the long game, jazz my way. Step in the room, lights low, bass now. Got that swing in my walk, time on my clock. No fake shine, baby, this all start. I move smooth, what I got, they can't mock. Yeah, smoke and mirrors, we'll never stop. I don't know what they say about me, but a queen can't get a dime for free. No caddy, no change, you just see that I'm living by the boss code G. She in the lounge with that old school shine, pearls on her neck, glass of red wine. I talk low, she laughs slow, she feeling me deep. I move like money in my sleep, from Harlem to the Bay, they know my talk. Pinstripe suit when I hit that walk, no tricks, no games, just paper and peace. Real ones eat when the fakes release. I don't know what they say about me, but a queen can't get a dime for free. No caddy, no chains, you just see that I'm living by the boss code G. I ain't flashing diamonds, I shine my soul. Money talk soft when the heart stay cold. Champagne dreams in a smoky bar, jazz tone bass in a vintage car. She say you sweet, I say nah, I'm smart. Love don't buy what I build from the start. I play smooth, never lose control. Respect the game, that's the golden goal. Ain't no love in the fast lane, just lessons carved in sweat and pain. I keep it real, never been my frame. Old soul rhythm in a new age game. I don't know what they say about me, but a queen can't get a dime for free. No caddy, no chains, you just see that I'm living by the boss code G. Yeah, sold out, baby. I don't know what they say about me, I don't know what they say about me, but a queen can't get a dime for free. No caddy, no change, you just see that I'm living by the boss code G.
My husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this.
My hubby is ejaculating so fast, and when he gets so anxious about it, it's starting to feel like a chore.
That used to be me and my husband before I discovered this treatment by him. SexRx plus thymus control. I swear it saved our sex life. It has the same active ingredient as Cialis and early climax treatment.
Yeah, sold out, baby. I don't chase love, I chase time. Gold on my wrist, Lights low, glass clink, bass hum slow. Silk talk, every word worth gold. I move cool, never flex, never fold. Born in the dirt, but my soul stay bold. She watch my eyes, see the calm, not fear. Old soul rhythm whisper in her ear. Ain't about lust, it's about control. Hustle in my blood, that's how I roll. I don't chase love, I chase time. Gold on my wrist, peace on my mind. No chains on me, just grind the vine. That velvet hustle, smooth as wine. Cadillac dreams, trumpet cry slow. Street light glow on the halo I stole. Pocket full of hope, coat full of scars. God in my shadow, fame in my bars. Money don't talk, it whisper truth. Every bill folded from the pain of you. I play it soft like jazz in a fight. Smooth killer tone under neon light. Ain't no mercy where the rhythm lives. I give the world what the world won't give. Swing through sin where the sinners grin. Soul stay dirty but the style stay clean. I don't chase love, I chase time. Gold on my wrist, peace on my mind. No chains on me, just grind the vine. That velvet hustle, smooth as wine. I don't chase love, I chase time. Gold on my wrist, peace on my mind. No chains on me, just grind the vine. That velvet hustle, smooth as wine. Got brass in my band, bourbon in my glass. Talk that slow fire, move with class. Lights go low, time move fast. Still stay cool, never lose that mask. Yeah, velvet smoke, floor still shake. Crowd lean in when the groove awake. Every eye watch how I drift and play. Words hit soft but they still obey. No need to shout, the charm do speak. Lines hit gold when the bass line leak. I sell calm, make silence sweet. They pay for the hush and the heat. Got brass in my band, bourbon in my glass. Talk that slow fire, move with class. Lights go low, time move fast. Still stay cool, never lose that mask. Yeah, 10 toes down, sharp.
If you own a home anywhere here in Ohio, this is for you. Thousands of your neighbors are upgrading their heating system.
The screen glows blue.
All right, can you hear me, man? All right, here's what tells me to trade something like this, especially Bitcoin. Actually, it works with everything. I use the Bollinger Band with RSI. So if the RSI is, below around 40 or so below, that's pretty much a good indicator for me. We might go on our way up. But what really gets me is these, let me see if I can get this thing. These three right here. Anytime I see these and you got a doji, depends on what, it don't matter what color, as long as there's three that cross below the Bollinger Band. Oh shit, hold on. Stupid pen. Where the fuck is the button at? Give me a second here. Alright, let me get this bigger. Alright, here we go. Right here, you see how it crosses there? 1, 2, 3. Usually I wait for it to break. See how they break right here? There's only 2, so I wouldn't take that trade. But this one broke 3. 1, 2, 3. Usually it follows with the doji. Oh yeah, use Heikin-Ichi, whatever you call it, candles, because it gives you the wicks. But anytime you see a doji like this, right there, that's a good indicator, and the RSI is low. That tells me that's a potential buy. And it also, the Bollinger Bands, the green and the red, I change these colors. So changing these, the green and red helps out because the default's blue and it's kind of, I like changing them red. Once it breaks these three and you get a nice little doji, I typically buy on the next green around in this area here. And then I just hold, and as long as it's above this white line, which is the moving average right here, I stay in the play. And then typically I'll stay in until I don't know why this thing is not. This thing's pissing me off today. This computer. All right. Sorry. So then, as you notice, each one, if you have 3 red that break, the RSI is low. See where my cursor? Oh shit, you can't see it. My bad. Need to pay attention. All right. See where the RSI is on the screen? Down here, it's low. But if you go above it, there's 3 right here. When those 3 break right here, these 3, and then you get a little doji, that's an indication that you're possibly going up. But once I see those 2, I wait. I'm going to get ready to buy. But also, I look at the Bollinger Band. See the green and the red and the white? If those are kind of slight aiming down, I kind of wait. But on this one, without seeing that, I probably would have waited. But then once it broke the middle SMA, right, or the middle moving average, I'd have taken a position right here in this area. I would have taken a position right, probably right in this area. And then I would have sold probably right here on at this top once it broke the RSI level. And that's how I trade fast scalps. Unless now, to do fast scalp that, but if you want to hold longer, you could. As long as it doesn't break this red here, down here, and it continues to go like this and bounce off the SMA and come up, you could sold up here. Oh, like shit. Hold on. Sorry, my stupid. I got a new mouse that's got buttons on the side. I'm about to get rid of it. So that's how I typically trade. So let me see if I can find you another one. Right here is probably another good example. That's not really good. Right, yeah, here's a really good one. So if you look here, let me put this on. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 broke. Then you got this doji right here. That is a very nice doji. And look what the RSI is down here. So that there, I would have waited and waited till the next green candle. I would have bought in at this next green candle. So anytime you see this little doji candle, and you only get these with the Heikin-Ichi candles, and if the RSI is low and this one hits, the bigger this wick, the harder. If this was a really big wick, so this wick went like this high, that would have been a good buying pressure. So it'll push it up. So anytime you see a wick like this, a doji after reds, it usually indication it's going to go up. So so if you technically wanted to be, you know, at this play, you would stay in. As long as it doesn't break this red bottom, you would stay in the play. If you're going to do a long swing trade, I'm a scalper, so I want quick, fast money. So I would have held and probably sold once it broke the RSI here at this level right here. That's where I've sold from here to here. I mean, if you did $50, especially at Bitcoin, and you did 50x, you know, that could have made you could have doubled your money there. You should have made an extra 50 real quick. And that's how I trade. And I mean, if you watch, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a cool way of trading. It's fast, and you don't have to wait for your weeks. Sometimes people wait weeks and months to get their money. I want my shit right now. So here's a good example. This is the RSI's low. Let me pull this up a little. Let me move this. So the RSI's head down on Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin's a little tricky today because I think Bitcoin's going to go down to 87, 88. So the whole market's red, so it's a shorting thing. So if you wanted to short, you would have did the opposite. So you would have came over here. If there are green bars and you see a red doji, as you can see, if I can zoom in on this one, if you're inside, but this is not really good play, but anytime it's over the oversold here, overbought, I will take this trade. So you have your 3 green. See that little doji right here? I know it's not very big, but that little doji is an indicator we're going to go down. So what I do is I wait for this next one, and I would have got in a short right about here, and then I would have sold when the RSI got close to the bottom here. So if you were to go back out here, as you could see, you'd have sold right in this area. As soon as it breaks this red, I would have sold out. So from this position to this position, with a, you know, $50, 45x, 50x, you could have made yourself a good, you know, 30, $40 or so. What is my RSI? Hold on. Yeah, my length's 14. Yeah, it's 14 days. Let me move this down. This thing's yeah, so like I said, I'm a scalper, so I just want that fast, quick money. I don't like waiting for weeks and weeks. I got a lot of buddies that trade. They'll trade, they'll swing trade, and they'll be sitting on stuff for months, you know, just to make a couple, like make $100, $200, and it's like, you know, I don't waste my time. By the time they sell, dude, it's like, yeah, watch if you stick around. I'll do a couple, hopefully grab another play. And I'll show you. And if you want to know more, I can show you more, like where to get in and stuff. So, see if you see this doji right here, it's skinny, like it. You see it like, or doji, sorry, the Bollinger Bands are trading sideways. This tight little squeeze right here. Usually when it does that, depends on where the RSI is. I would say 80% of the time it's going to head up. So you'll be looking for a play in that area. But if the RSI is high and it's like this, you have a real good, you know, indication it's going to go down. So you're going to be looking for a short. Yeah, I don't see too many scalpers, man. It's crazy. I only see like swing traders, but scalping, you can get wrecked pretty quick. That's why you better set your stop losses and stuff. So for example, this right here, if you look at Bitcoin, see how the RSI is low? but it looks like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy, and then I'll sell out here. But the look at the Bollinger Bands. They're all three aiming down, as you can see. See this one, this one, this one. That's an indication you're going to be looking for a short if you want to play this. So I would wait till the RSI hits the top somewhere, and then I would be looking for a short. So it would be the opposite. So you'll see greens break the top of the Bollinger Band and look for that doji. As you can see, this is a nice doji here. See this doji right here, this one right here? That's a nice one. So that's a very high volume doji, which means typically if you see the long candles like this, the next 4 or 5 candles are going down. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to short this, because look how the Bollinger Bands are running. See how they're angling down? The RSI's down. So, and I would not take a trade until these bands start to straighten out and the RSI is low, and then you can take a trade to go up. But if you wanted to short this, you could. I would wait till the RSI got a little higher. This RSI gets up about where that circle is, and then I would be looking for this doji candle right here and take a quick trade. So $50 on a 50x from here to here, you can make a fast $20-30, you know, and I'm out. And rinse and repeat, dude. That's all you got to do. I started with $50 last week, and within a week I'm over $900 already. And if you look at my other YouTube lives, you can watch my $50, and I go up and you see my trades. But yeah, I don't think you're going to sit there and watch for 2 hours. But just you can fast forward it to the parts where I take the trades. You'll see. So now I took all that money out. I put $50 in. I'm up to 140 now. So I'm going to see if I can make another 800 by the end of next week. So that's my goal. See, now there's a little doji right here. Anytime it's a red, 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 or green, 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 this doji, more than likely it's going to go back down, unless this changes. So anytime you see 3 greens with the green doji, that's like, yeah, we're going to be going down. So, but it all depends on buyers. So, I'm in this Discord, and the owner of the Discord, I'm one of his paid traders, so I trade for him. And so he just switched to what was it? Where is it at here? Let me tell you what this is. It's Toobit, Toobit. If you get into the Discord, I can send you the link if you want. You can go to the announcements and you can get 20% off for, you know, if you join with his link. So that'll save you on all kinds of stuff. I mean, dude, this thing's just like all the other ones, like Boflin, BYD, all those. It's identical almost. So this is my first time using it. So it's Toobit. So I don't know if my Discord thing works. People are saying it didn't work, but I can send it to you if you want. Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to find it. I guess try the link and see if it works. If it don't, then I can just send it to you. So for me, when I do trades, the way I trade, I let people tell me what to trade, and that's what I'm trying to do. So pretty much, if I get enough people in here, they're going to tell me what to trade. And if I pick your trade, say, all right, like you picked Bitcoin. Let's say, hey, I picked J Magic's Bitcoin. I'll make a trade with Bitcoin. I'll throw some money in it. And whatever profits I make, I'll usually give you 25%. But since I'm trying to get more people involved, you'll get 50% of the trade. So if I make $100, I'm going to send you 50 of it. And then the other 50 will just go into my into my capital, so I can bigger my capital, the bigger the trades, the more profits. And I'm going to try to keep it up to where if I start getting into like a grand, then I could do a couple $100 per trade when I do. So, and then I'll just keep randomly picking people. So, and you get like more edge on it, like more entries, I guess. Go to Discord. If you join the Discord and you follow me and the owner's, his name's Tradefly, his account, I will add you on to this. I got an AI that picks names, and then over people that are in it, and then you get picked more frequently. So the more you get picked, the more money you make. So I'm gonna try. So I don't see anybody doing that, so I'm gonna give it a whirl. So people come learn how I trade and make some money at the same time, you know. How do you trade? Oh, sweet. Let me see if you're in here. Yep, I see you. All right, I'm going to put the music back on. I'm going to get off this mic.
Sit back while the charts sway slow. The screen glows blue in the late night flow. No rush, no fuss, just a quiet hum. Waiting for the moment when the coins will come. I don't chase, I don't run. Just watch the numbers have their fun. Money in the corner just lying there. I don't move till it's crystal clear. No sweat, no grind, no big affair. I just pick it up like it's always been here. I just pick it up like it's always been here. Candles flicker green, then red, then fade. Patience is the only game I've played. The world spins fast, but I stay still. This calm is the secret to my thrill. I don't dive, I don't leap. I'm the shepherd letting the flock sleep. Money in the corner just lying there. I don't move till it's crystal clear. No sweat, no grind, no big affair. I just pick it up like it's always been here. I just pick it up like it's always been here.
the sun, my coffee in hand. Charts on the screen, the numbers demand a careful eye, a steady heart. Ooh, yeah. Each trade a step, it's a brand new start. Rules I follow, no room to stray. Risk and reward, they light my way. Bitcoin blues, but I don't lose. Stick to the plan, no time to choose. Abundance flows, my mind's in tune. Bitcoin blues, my steady tune. My steady tune. Candles flicker, red and green, a story told where I've never been. Patience whispers, don't chase the gold. The game is ancient, but it feels so bold. I ride the wave, I watch it roll. Discipline's key, it feeds my soul. Bitcoin blues, but I don't lose. Stick to the plan, no time to choose. Abundance flows, my mind's in tune. Bitcoin blues, my steady tune. My steady tune. Bitcoin blue, my steady tune. Bitcoin blue. Numbers dance, a flickering screen. Dreams of gold where few have been. Are you chasing? Are you scared? This game is not for the unprepared. Are you willing to lose?
Too fast, Trevor, too fast!
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Ah, a new driver.
Yeah, I'm a little freaked out.
You can only win when you know how to lose. Whispers of profit, shadows of fear. The price it moves, it's never clear. Stacks of hope, they rise and fall. Do you hear the market call? Risk it all or stay away. What's the cost you'll choose to pay? Are you willing to lose?
the city sleeps. Neon lights where the secrets keep. Dreams and digits, they're running deep. Risk and reward, it's a game we read. One coin up, one coin down. Fortunes flip without a sound. Always 50-50. Risk reward so shifty. One hand on the future, one hand on the past. Crypto dreams move fast. Charged like waves on a restless sea. Every trade's a chance to be free. Wallets light but my heart's heavy. A fortune lost, a fortune ready. Click confirm, watch it fly. Win or lose under the same sky. Always 50-50. Risk reward so shifty. One hand on the future, one hand on the past. Crypto dreams move fast. Sitting back with my coffee in hand. Shots light up like a neon lamp. Bitcoin's dancing Ethereum too. Trading live on YouTube. What a view. Crypto vibes, so they never lie. Green candles rise, watch the money fly. Crypto vibes, feel the market high. One trade away from the blue sky. Na 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 na. FOMO knocks, but I keep my cool. Patience pays, that's a trader's rule. Stop loss set, no